Hello, I'm Buddy Wolfleg, and today we'll be talking about the similarities of First Nation and Ainu People. Hit the class! So, we'll be talking about how similar the Ainu people of Japan and First Nation culture were similar. Like, their whole entire culture, ours, was based on the creator and natural laws. So today we'll be diving in a little deeper on what those similarities.
The Ainu people were those who lived mainly off hunting, fishing, and gathering plants. They now live in Hokkaido along Japan's north coast. However, their homeland included at least southern Sak Island, the Kuril Islands, northern parts of Honshu, the main island of Japan. Their religion was mainly guided by nature. Although they were hunters and gatherers, they differed from that of the neighboring China and Japan. They had their own language as well, and certain physical features that distinguished them from their neighbors. They were recognized as fierce warriors and defended their territory with fervor, as it was their inherent right.
Okay, I'm Dorian. Many hits. I'd just like to say that talking about the Ainu people and their similarities with First Nations is that while they survived off fish, we survived off buffalo. And we both share inherited rights to the land. We were colonized just like how they were, and their government, Japan.
I would like to interject here.
Interject, huh?
So, the Ainu people were also guided by inherent rights, as were we. We had everything from oral traditions, and that's how we learned everything. We're also feared as warriors with brute strength. And that's how Siksika and the Ainu people are still.
So, here we had colonization come to our lives with the Ainu and First Nation culture, where we had a collision of two different people where it led to most cases combat or compromising their own way of life, even an impact of diseases, death, and poverty. So, what do we see in both cultures? We see assimilation of both cultures where they try to take advantage of our land and have our land for the settlers to come in. Same thing happened across the world. So, we're going to look into colonization.
In 1669, the Ainu led a rebellion which ended when Japan, who feared defeat, proposed a peace treaty. The Japanese, however, had a different plan in mind. The Japanese killed the Ainu leader, then forced the Ainu people to sign two agreements, one promising submission to the Japanese for 3 generations, the other to establish a landless system. In 1889, the Japanese parliament enacted the Hokkaido Formal Aborigines Protection Act, a law designed to assimilate the Ainu people. The act attempted to turn the Ainu into farmers by providing them with tiny plots of land which would be confiscated by the state if they were not farmed within a specific number of years. This also placed the financial resources of Ainu communities under the control of the government, which was to use this money for welfare purposes. In 1997, this was replaced by the Ainu Cultural Promotion Law. The Ainu also had things similar to residential schools called Hokkaidos. The Ainu people related to the Siksika people in very different ways, such as the Ainu people also contracted the fatal disease smallpox. They're also placed in Hokkaido schools, which were very similar to residential schools, and many of the people also went through the same experiences that we did. They were underneath the former Aborigines Protection Act, which related a lot to the Indian Act as well as the treaties in the way that they weren't able to do such things. Another similarity was that they were turned into farmers, as were we, and were given small plots of land whenever we were married, and they would also be confiscated as well.
So in conclusion, the Ainu people of Japan and the First Nations are very similar to what happened to us and very similar culturally. So that concludes our look at the Ainu and First Nation people similarities.